Alright, so we've currently passed through Bryson City, and our destination is quite literally the middle of nowhere. Yes, we're going to see North Carolina's version of the Road to Nowhere. I know there's a one in Pennsylvania with the same name, but this is the North Carolina version. So, yeah, we're currently heading up to that, and I'm hoping to try and go up to some waterfalls that are beyond, that are accessible by trails. Speaking of which, there's a sign. So we are now on, I think, the Road to Nowhere. Got started in the 40s and stopped in 1971 due to, I believe, acid leaching that they found in the rocks. But we are now on the Road to Nowhere. This is the literal Road to Nowhere. And it'll dead end in a few more miles. At about 3.4 miles, actually. I believe this was supposed to be a bypass for the old highway that ended up flooded out due to Fontana Lake. And they were going to try and do the bypass work to reach, I guess, a new community that was built to replace the one that got flooded out. And it just never materialized due to the acid leaching. And I think that whole thing went back and forth until about 2010 when they finally settled, I guess, out of court or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but from what I remember reading, it all got settled and out of court back in 2010. But like the Road to Nowhere up in Pennsylvania, this one also has a tunnel, but it only has one. The one up in Pennsylvania's got two. But I figured since we were up here, I might as well take the time to try and visit it. Plus, I mean, the view's pretty. Yeah. I'll probably film the drive out so I can see all of that on that side. But it does always amaze me. You know, I know railroads had ways of getting through the mountains, but I'm stunned at how they were able to get roads through them even before that. Because, you know, before they were made into roads that cars could drive on, they were just trails for horses and all, and then it just went from there. And I love it. It's like if you think driving on mountain roads is nerve-wracking now, imagine how crazy it would have been back in like the 1920s or something. In those earlier like Model Ts and whatnot. Yeah. Especially through stuff like this. Yeah, that's an issue. That would be a bit nerve-wracking. Truly nerve-wracking.
It's gonna be pretty up here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to film on the way out so I can catch all that.
Because I can pull over anywhere here if you want to get out.
Yeah. Since we're pretty much on the Road to Nowhere, might as well mute it because there's only one way we're going, and then you got to turn around at the tunnel. Yeah, I think you can park right at the tunnel and then walk the rest of the way. I don't know if the wood guardrails are original. I doubt it.
There's a good chance they.
Might be.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Well, I mean, I think maybe the only part that might be original are the actual posts that are in the ground.
And that may be right, but they've replaced the top and the post are original. Because
But then again, there are some that have a good bit of moss growing on them, so that could be something.
What a fabulous idea, Don, but I didn't even know this was here.
I had seen the signs many times before. Yeah, I'm going to definitely film this on the way out because it looks like it's going to be pretty on the way out just as it is going in. Yeah, from what I was reading, there's 3 waterfalls that can be accessed via the trail coming out of the tunnel. I think some of these might be original because if they were treated with enough creosote, then they might.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. There's a little spring right there. Oh yeah, I'm definitely filming the ride out because look right here, I bet you're right here. Yep.
Oh, can you see? Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get pictures on the way out.
that's gorgeous.
I mean, look at the rocks too. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna roll the window down actually. Oh, and they're dripping water. Oh, of course. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and film all this on the way out.
Finally, we have a. Okay, so we can stop and you walk down.
Were those-
Yeah, we can come back and stop.
Oh wow,
Wow,
look at that.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely coming back. They could also make it to where you can walk down the length of the road too, make it like a trail, partially.
This is gorgeous.
Oh yeah. I just turned it off because it's cold enough as it is. Yeah, look at that. I need to make a note to just film all this on the way out as well. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Kind of like an 8-mile version of Skyline Drive, minus the fact that you can go the entire length, because the entire length wasn't done. It hasn't been done in almost 50 years. Well, actually, yeah, that's right. This year marks 50 years since they ended construction, now that I think about it, depending on the month. I can't believe that didn't just occur to me until just now.
No, 1943, is that when they, no,
That-
they stopped. That's when they started.
1971 was when it ended.
Finished it, right. So these may well be
Original.
original. Yeah.
I must say, they must have had a good bit of creosote put in them. That one there, the Broken 2, was definitely original.
Yeah.
All the ones with moss, yeah, those are probably original now that I look at them, because look at the moss on them. The road's pretty much being kept in kind of a state of arrested decay, I guess. Like, I guess they only replace or fix what needs to be fixed and then just leave it as is after that. I'm surprised they don't use it for, like, asphalt testing and whatnot. The one up in Pennsylvania, their highway departments come out there and actually pave portions of the road to test new kinds of asphalt and pavement and whatnot. See how well it holds up, how long it lasts. Could probably be something they could do with this. They'd at least bring some use to it.
Now that dam that we went to when we drove across, that was in Memphis, right? That was in Tunica.
That was in Arkansas. The Earthen Dam.
Yeah.
That was in Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
It was either in Arkansas or Mississippi. But I was stunned. That lake had pelicans out there.
Yes. They were lost.
Yeah, that was, I think, the first time I'd ever seen the white pelicans as opposed to the brown ones.
Yeah.
There was a drainage culvert back there, which means there may have been sidewalks at one point.
So,
Another overlook. Well, I bet that might be for, like, a trail.
yeah.
Well, maybe a trail, I
Oh,
don't
they
know.
built a bridge.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The bridge and the tunnel.
They built a bridge. My word.
Well, this was going to be an extensive highway. Think of the new one they built going through those mountains on the way to Cass.
Yeah.
That gives you that kind of would be what this might have looked. I mean, now that I think about it, looking at that roadway that they built going through all those mountains, that new one that we drove down to get to Cass,
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that's what this would have looked like. It's just only a 2-lane version as opposed to 4 lanes. But it would have probably looked something like that on a smaller scale, of course. All right, where's this tunnel? Unnamed road. Of course it's unnamed. It doesn't go anywhere.
But I want you to notice the GPS lady knows it's here. So,
Well, of course.
as opposed to the bypassing that millage bill.
And part 2 of the recording is now started. Yeah, I think all this wood guard railing is original. I mean, look at all the moss. If it was new wood, you wouldn't see that, and you could tell it'd be new. Okay, I think there must these. Okay, yep, end of the line,
End of the line.
and the tunnel's beyond that.
Okay.
Don't know where we could park though.
Right, yeah.
Oh well, that works.
There you go.
Question is, will you be able to get out of here without slipping on the leaves?
Well, I'm not going to get out. I'm sitting and read.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to nowhere. And as you can see, it's the most popular place anywhere. No, but this is the technical end of the road to nowhere. You can no longer drive past those posts. So at this point, I'm now going to be walking to the tunnel. And you can see this is pretty much original. The lines and all the paint's original anyway. Yeah, but there's I believe there's at least 3 waterfalls that can be accessed. From the tunnel here. Now there's going to be graffiti inside, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it's not going to be mature. Well, I'm going to repeat that. I can tell you there's going to be graffiti, and it's probably going to be real immature since it's so remote. So I just want to forewarn you about that. But here's the original road, as you can see, completely abandoned. Drainage culverts. We need post 10 over here stat. So yeah. So 2.5 miles, 0.6 miles, 3 miles. Wonder where the waterfalls are though. Welcome to Road to Nowhere. All I can say is somebody needs to work on their spelling. Oh well. May not be right here, but that's convenient.
That's
Trail map.
yeah, that's one I was looking for. I had it in my back pocket.
Ah.
But
I was just trying to figure out where any of the waterfalls were. I read you could access at least 3 of them. Well, I'm glad I was able to find that for you.
yeah, thanks. Because I was on this trail, you said?
Yeah, I read that. I think there's 3 that branched off from the tunnel that go to some of the waterfalls down here. You from around here?
Nah, I'm from Chicago.
Ah.
Yeah.
Only place I stopped at in Illinois was up in Marion, a little town up there.
Oh, okay. Maybe on the gold mine route.
Maybe. I know that up in Pennsylvania there's a road similar to this, but it was a full-blown, I believe, 4-lane highway with 2 tunnels. I think either it was never finished or bypassed. I think it was bypassed. And there's the tunnel portal right here.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see this is the original pavement here. Around the, it was probably put down in the 70s and that was about it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. See, there was the old drainage culvert, or not drainage culvert, drainage ditch there, and there. Yeah, I know the one up in Pennsylvania was so long that it actually had to have an exhaust fan on each end. This one doesn't. I didn't think about water, especially with as cold as it'll be, it might be ice.
It's got some type of drain or something there where it says you can get free.
A lot of graffiti. Oh, it's that serious echo. Hello? Just reminded of that scene in Ghostbusters 2, you know, where they're in like the subway tunnel. I just expected some weird voice to yell back, you know, Woodstone, something like that. And we are now in pitch darkness. There's a crack there that needs to be fixed. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, actually, I do have a flashlight. When in doubt, pull out the phone. There's some sort of light, but it ain't much. Oh God, I'm getting disoriented. Everybody trying to echo. Everyone trying to test their echo. We found like, I don't think that's a dog. I think that's.
I think it's a little kid.
Hey, I'm just recording this because this is my first time up here. The insanity that is the road to nowhere. Yeah, I do YouTube as a hobby. That's why I'm doing this, because hell, who knows, 20, 30 years from now they may finally decide to finish this and all this will have to either be cleaned up or fixed up to where it ain't the same, you know. Of course, then again, I don't know. It probably costs a lot of money and, well, you know how all that is. Look at all the dust I'm kicking up. It's like, nah, this is just what the astronauts saw on the moon. Tons of rocks and dust.
Exactly, this is where they filmed it.
Yeah, thanks, Stanley. Thank you, Kubrick. How you doing? Yeah, no, it's like, hey, Kubrick, how you doing? Oh, look. I just realized this is wide enough for like maybe 2 or 3 lanes. I just noticed that. That it feels like that and I'm just blind. I don't know.
At least 2.
I'm sorry to make you have to walk all the way back through this thing. I didn't really intend for all that, but no, I guess it is what it is, you know? So are you just visiting down here?
Yeah, just taking the time I had off for this weekend.
That's good.
Getting some outdoors.
That's always good.
Beats sitting at home watching TV, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This beats that well over 110%. Now that I'm looking at this further, that wasn't poured concrete. I think that was all hand set, perhaps. Because you can see where it may have had like a wood cast forming on the interior. And then they just, I think, either poured it in or packed it down.
That's a lot of it.
Hang on. I'm looking right there. Think those may have been for lights at one point? With the way those are spaced, that looks like there would have probably been lights in here.
That
See
makes
there,
sense. Yeah, because it's so regular all the way across.
yeah, it's symmetrical all the way through. Yeah, nah, this is just one of those roads where there are no cars allowed. Seems like this side gets all the graffiti, whereas the other one doesn't. We'll have to back.
I might clean off the other side too.
Oh, yeah. I'll say, though, this is pretty. This is real pretty. When my grandmother and I went up to West Virginia, we ended up going a completely different way because we went on a new bypass route that had been built through the mountains. And I'm starting to think this would have looked something like that, except instead of it being a 4-lane bypass, it would have just been 2 lanes. Because I think that was basically what this was to bypass the old highway that got flooded out when they made the lake. Where you can start hardly seeing the pavement. Oh well. Oh. Yeah, nah, it's fine. I'm blind. That is going to be a problem. Might want to get somebody to come in with a chainsaw and take that sucker down. There's a sign up here. I'm starting to wonder if that might have been an overlook, or that was what was planned to be there. Got a little pull off. Yeah, but this now here is literally the end of the road. No more pavement for here. Yeah, from here on out it is solely trail. Doesn't help that people are trying to graffiti on the trails. And to think if they were going to continue the road, they would have had to fill a lot of this in.
Yeah, that would have been a pain.
Well, either that or they would have blasted out what they
Or
needed.
dug this out, right?
I think water would have dug that out. Alright, I'm walking back from the road to nowhere. I found the waterfalls are in a completely different location. And due to me thinking they were here means I've probably lost the time needed to go and see them. So I'll just have to check with my grandmother on that. But yeah, I'm now back on the road to nowhere. The tunnel is dead ahead. And I don't have to worry about any kind of traffic because there is no traffic. Kind of gives you an idea of what would happen if everybody just suddenly upped and left. It's interesting that there's real places to show such a what if. There's plenty of places in the country and around the world where people suddenly had to leave overnight, couldn't take any of their belongings with them, and it just looks like something out of the apocalypse, you know. This is one of them. I could totally see something like this being a reality millennia down the road, and then there's the survivors doing stuff like this. You know, the people who survived whatever happened. Kind of like you know, a what if. I'm surprised The Walking Dead hasn't filmed something up here yet. This would be a perfect location for it. Oh, there's a curve. Watch this. If anybody's in the tunnel, I'm going to scare them. Hello? Anybody in here? I'm genuinely not making this up. A lot of dust in this thing. Hey, highway department, you gonna get a street sweeper in here yet? This tunnel's dusty. It's very dusty. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. I actually dusted myself out. Yeah, note to self, if you're in an abandoned highway tunnel, do not drag your feet. Gonna cloud the air quality up big time. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, no, I can totally see this being a Walking Dead location. Got my phone light on. I'm sorry if the quality of this is not going to be like my usual stuff, just like the video being steady, but I'm walking. And I gotta hold the camera in one hand and a phone in the other, so yeah. Excuse me. I always like doing that when I'm in a dang tunnel. I can't resist. Alright, I've had my fun. Let me get this out. Let me shut all this down. Oh, that was good. Hey. One thing I do like about this when people are not hollering through the tunnel like I am is the fact that it's actually quiet. It's actually real quiet. I like that. But yeah, this is the road to nowhere, and I'm going to try and get to the other waterfalls that I wanted to originally come and see along with the tunnel. So I will see you on the drive out. Until then, see you later. May I roll the window down? All right, now we are doing what I said we were going to do in the beginning. What did we get it unbuckled?
Okay.
Well, you never know. Okay.
If we go off the edge, having them sit, it's not gonna make it.
I'll probably mute this due to wind noise, so yeah. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to make this other recording just be silent. They need to do some road work. just around the next bend, I believe. Here we go. There's the mostly drained Lake Fontana. Continuing the drive. We're gonna just pull out, I think. You know, it's funny, they say sometimes the best roads are the ones that are less traveled. This one fits that description.
Absolutely.
That and Skyline Drive.
Yeah. But this truly is spectacular. I'm so glad that you...
I don't know. Skyline Drive was good.
Right, but one doesn't have to be better than the other. They all can be spectacular.
Yes. See all the rock work they had to do.
Yeah. And they did it with dynamite.
Ah.
You see those narrow tube-like structures?
Yeah.
come down.
Oh, here's that other spot. Here, hold on, hold on. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to pull over, is there?
No,
Here, just. I won't take. Yeah, it won't take long. Better view of the lake. So 1, 2, 3. Right. Continuing on down the road. You got it. You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
stream right there down in the bottom. I got it.
The sun took it. There's so much to see. Here, put it.
Yeah, put here, put there, put everywhere. I do want to try and get the sign on the way in.
Yeah.
Let's see. I know though that the sun is like obscuring most of it, but it is pretty.
Look at that. This reminds me of Cass. Where those clouds, right? It looks like snow-capped mountains and it's clouds.
Yeah. There's most of what we just drove through.
That's what we came down. Yeah.
Of course, you can't tell looking at it from this angle, can you?
Nope. It's pretty with them.
Yeah, with the water.
Yeah, with the sun reflected.
Yeah. I think the sign comes up in a minute or two, and it's one of those where if you blink, you'll miss it.
Now we'll turn around and come back so you can get it. We don't have to worry about that.
Now that's ironic.
Yes.
That's ironic right there. Yeah, road work. Yeah, but what exactly? Oh, there's a... wonder how long that sign's been there for. Long enough, apparently, because it's rusted.
And it may be a sign that says road closed.
No, it said road to nowhere.
Okay. No, I'm talking about due to weather.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, see, there's the gate, so they can close it off.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's the one.
Yeah. I see the sign's right up here on the hill.
Oh, okay.
Right here. So, yeah, Jesse, tell me, do these still count as hills? I don't believe so. Yeah. Welcome to the Great Smoky Mountains, where they're literally mountains. They're, by no means hills. Those look like hills to you? I'll take that as a no.